Salutations and welcome back to DooChatDay, Ep.4, I think. I'm not sure. But today we're talking about 0.10 and more specifically the new gear. And we're going to be... Thank you. We're going to be doing a series of episodes on 0.10, addressing the different aspects and all the stuff. But today's episode, we're talking about the new gear. Passing it over to my boy Colton. What do you think of? Well, okay. Let's just start. Let's start on the heavies, and let's start on the Demaloon.
Demaloon's pretty cool. I think it's really fun.
All right. Let's move on to the Trine Blade. No. Okay. So when
What would you rank it in terms of power? Okay.
we'll do that at the end.
Okay.
Well, this is gonna be the power meter. So when Colton and when we first talked about when they leaked, I keep saying leaked, when they revealed these weapons, they did like the little video about them. Colton and I both thought it wouldn't be very good, or I thought it wouldn't be very good, but he thought that it could be strong if when you aim closer to you, all of them go in the same spot, which it does work like that. And Colton feels very smart about guessing that. But it's strong even without that. Like, that's honestly not the best part about it. The best part, well, for one, it's Seeker. It's a really good Seeker weapon. And for two, it just does a lot of damage. I mean, it is easy to dodge sometimes, but I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, it's just like a really reliable heavy weapon. The big thing that makes it better than a lot of the other heavy weapons is it has 3 charges, where most other similar heavy weapons like the Heretic and the Barrage and the Avalanche and the Arrival all have only 2 charges. So while it's like a little tiny, maybe each attack is maybe a little bit weaker than something like the Avalanche, it has 3 charges and they're easier to charge up, so you can just send it.
They're not easier to charge up.
You get 92% of it, one. Oh, well, they're easier.
It is Seeker, though. It is Seeker.
They're easier to charge up in the Hailstrom.
And it's Seeker.
And they're easier to charge up in the Heretic.
And it's Seeker.
Well, that doesn't really matter.
That does matter.
You could do Seeker with it either way. The point is, it's easier to charge up than something like the Heretic, than something like the Hailstrom, than something like the Arrival. It's just really easy to get all 3 stacks and send them out. So you can cast it a lot more often. And so even though maybe the attack's a little bit weaker, it's really strong. It's pretty good at medium range. It can hit a lot of people, and it can do AoE on like an objective with like lots of people. Or close range, you can literally 1 hit or like 2 hit people with it.
Assassin mortar.
Yeah, you don't even need assassin to do that. It just can do
What? Okay, so my level does 600 damage per shot.
Yeah, and that'll hit either 3 or even 4 of those. So it can do 4,000 damage. It's 2,000, 3,000 damage. It's pretty crazy. Well, yours is level 6.
Yeah.
It can't get much more than that.
So what's the best situation for it? How do you think it should be used? How do you use it?
I don't even know what that means. You just run around, you bop them. It's like really easy to use.
You heard it here first, folks. You bop them you bop them on the dome.
It's not like you need some kind of high.
No, I know. I know.
Like you just send it out.
I like going to the Wild Slingers and then bopping them all on the Wild Slinger, like at close range. And then you get a Wild Slinger really quick. What do you think of that?
I mean, there are a lot of heavy weapons that are good for that.
Nope.
In what's the game mode called now?
Slayer.
Yeah, there are a lot of heavy weapons where it's.
Yeah, but the Slayer, the Demaloon can do it fastest.
The Barrage kills them in 1 barrage.
Yeah, but it takes a while for all of them to come down.
That's so silly.
It's
so irrelevant.
Anyway, it's OP for that reason. So yeah, what I'm gonna come up with a power 1 to 10 power level, and we're both gonna say our power level
at the same time. What counting? So will it be 3, 2, 1, go, or 3, 2, 1, and do it on 1?
3, 2, 1, power.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Okay. You got it?
Okay, let's just define the scales for a second. Okay, 1. What item is so bad that it deserves a 1 right now?
What's it called? Mini song.
I think that's like a 3. I think Mutiny Song.
I don't think anything is a 1 right now.
I think Mutiny Song is like a 3.
I don't think anything is a 1.
Then what's so good that it's close to a 10 right now?
Just like really solid. I don't know, the Avalanche is... Oh, the
I know
Heretic?
people said the Heretic.
The Heretic?
The Heretic is like an 8 in my opinion, okay?
Yeah.
So if the Mutiny Song...
What's the Hailstorm? The Hailstorm is a good reference.
Probably like a 7.
Yeah, okay. Hailstorm can be a 7 as a reference.
Okay, so the Demaloon
Is
Okay.
3, 2, 1,
8.
7.
It's 8. It's really good.
Okay, yeah, it is
It's
really.
really good.
I
I think it's as good as the Heretic. It's pretty insane.
I didn't think it was as good as the Heretic, but it's probably somewhere around there. So that's the assessment on the Demaloon. Next, moving on to the Trine Plane.
Oh no.
They're running out of words for guns at this point. So Trine Plane, they were like, so when the Op Manager was first released, and it had like a weird amount of range, which was good. Like you could finish people off from like a good range. And they were like, what if that was just the main thing about this gun? Wouldn't that be fun? And that they went and did it, and it's I don't know if it's better than the Op Mandrill. It is in most cases, but the Op Mandrill can still do insane damage at close range. But the thing about the Trine Plane is that its reactivation delay is 0.4, and the reactivation delay for the Op Mandrill is 0.7. So even though the Op Mandrill shoots 10 shots in total, the Trine Plane can just unload way faster. It can heal you way faster because it's a Vanguard. It can deal damage way faster. And it has the range. And also, the spread is way less, so that the effective range for the Op Mandrill is like right on top of them to hit all your shots. But you can hit all your shots at like 1 meter if your target is like 1 meter ahead of you or like 2 meters ahead of you. You can hit a good amount of your shots and still deal a lot of damage. The spread is just, it's the lowest of any shotgun in the game. It's just, it's really solid. It's really good.
It's like they saw when they released the Op Mandrill, they were like, wow, we have made a monster. And then when
they're like, we're gonna nerf this and make a better one later.
Then they came back and they just made a better version of it, and I don't understand why.
They're madmen. I mean, it's not like the Op Mandrill is useless, but it's almost useless.
There's like the Trine
and they're both Vanguard. They're both Vanguard. So you have to choose between one.
Trine Plane is just better. It's just better.
You really think it's just better?
It is just better.
It's
10.
I didn't count down. You gave it a 10? You think it's a 10?
I think it's probably like a 9. I think it's like a 9.
I think it's like a 9. The unload speed is insane. You can just go pop, pop. Also, actually, I was gonna give it an 8, but it's a 9 for me because of the sound effects. It's so satisfying. It goes like
we're going
pop,
off
pop,
of sound
pop.
effects, and the Demaloon is 11 because it goes
That's-
clunk like you broke some dishes when it lands.
That's true. Broke some dishes right on their heads. Does some real good damage. The Trine Plane is just... It's something. It's something. Alright, let's move on to the trinkets. So, we got some solid trinkets. Not nearly as good as the heavy weapons, but some good trinkets. So, Clemency Vial, upon dropping below half health, become invulnerable for a short time, and your attack wraps gain increased movement speed. If you have not fired a weapon for a short time, this buff will persist until you fire again. So obviously your attack wraps, Ranger, Clemency Vial is Vanguard. So you start on. You were very excited about the your attack wraps. What do you think about them?
They're pretty good. Again, the problem is you never know what map you're gonna get when you play them, and you never know they're only good in certain game modes, so you can't use them all the time.
They're good for sightseeing on Eventide.
Well, they were good on Eventide, I think, because you can rotate around the map really quickly, and I think they're pretty good on all the flag modes, and they're pretty good on that. But then there's really no reason to use them on Core Rush, and there's really no reason to use them on Slayer. So it's just Ranger Banner in general, where you only really use it sometimes. So it's kind of annoying to invest in it and then only be able to use it 20% of the time, unless you play the flag modes all the time. But even then, sometimes they're not in rotation. But I think it's pretty fun. It's pretty good for the flag modes. if you pick up the flag, you just outrun people, and
Yeah.
it's pretty solid.
It's funny because like sometimes somebody chasing you down, and unlike the speed boost you get in eventide when you set by the speed crystals, this speed boost persists until you fire again. Because in the other one, when you take damage, it goes away, but you can almost die and keep this speed boost. So even if someone's shooting at you, you basically just outrun everyone. Especially if you go into like a bush or something. It's just a solid, nice passive, good all around. I think it gives good health. I don't know. It does. Wait, that's level 11.
That's a lot of health though for a ranger.
Yeah.
For a ranger item.
Yeah. Wait, what? Why does Ring of the Veil give so much health?
Assassin stuff gives okay health.
Why? Why Ring of the Veil? It does so much.
That's irrelevant. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
And then Clemency Vial is a pretty fun Vanguard ability. Passive. And yeah, it's just pretty fun. You don't die as often. The only issue with it is basically when you first get it, it's like really terrible because the cooldown is 60 seconds long.
It's not really terrible.
And the duration and the
duration doesn't change, which is bad.
Yeah, but the cooldown is like literally 60 seconds. So it kind of goes from being like a really awful weapon, like it's not good. When you first get it, you can use it like literally twice in a Clash game, in an entire Slayer game. And then, yeah, but then it gets way better. It gets like 50% better as you level it, to the point where it gets down below like it gets like 30 something seconds. At which point it's like insane and really good. So, or it's not insane, but it's pretty solid. So it's kind of, if you're gonna get it, just know you'll have to level it a lot for it to be useful at all.
That's not true.
You got it.
Fake.
No, it's really bad at low level. You got to level it up.
I liked it at level 6.
Okay, well it's not good. But once you level it up, it's pretty solid.
It's really good for the chain gun.
It's still not insane passive, and a lot of the time you'll be running around and you get hit by like something stupid, and you like proc it, but it doesn't. It triggers, but you don't really want it to at that point, and then you have to wait. So it can be kind of annoying if you don't like play around it properly, but it could be pretty fun with some different Vanguard builds. So it's a fun ability for sure, a fun item.
I just played it with full Vanguard with the chain gun, and I also used protection with it for that extra invulnerability, and oh boy, it was pretty good. When my protection was on cooldown, it was really nice for like ramping up, and also one time I got hailstormed, and it just took me down to half health, but then it procced. And also one time an assassin jumped on me, and I got shotgunned. But the shotguns shoot individual pellets, so it just took me down to half health, and I was able to use my own shotgun. But I don't know. I've had good experience with it. I really like it. Colton is probably right though. Probably should put some levels on it because it does get way better.
We forgot to rank the Eurotech wraps.
Oh no! What a tragedy.
All right.
Everyone was sitting at the edge of their seats for what power?
Are we ready? Okay.
Okay. Wait. What would you rate?
I think 8, a 9.
Nihilium Guard.
Nihilium Guard.
Yeah. What would you rate that as an
That's
example?
Like, let's take it. Let's take an 8.
Okay. What would you rate? Belt of Phasing.
6. 5. 6. 5.
What would you rate Half Thor's Gauntlet?
It has a glitch where you take no damage right now, so 11.
Wow. That's incredible. All right. So, what would you rate your attack wraps? 3, 2, 1, 6.
4.
Okay, that's fair. I guess I'm just bad. Anyway, back to evasion loop. Back to Clemency File.
So what would you rate Clemency File? We talked about it. We gotta rate Clemency File. This is what the people are here for. Haven't you seen YouTube?
I'm just thinking about they
top 10 tier list rating.
That's gonna be the title.
Yep.
Top 10 tier list rating. Clemency File. Thinking. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna readjust my Eurotech wraps to like a 5.
Okay.
Now back to Clemency File. 3, 2, 1, 6. Brother! Yay! Okay. I didn't think Eurotech wraps
You're
was
here first, folks. Definitive 6.
Definitive 6. No one can judge. No, it's 6. It's locked in. 6. So yeah, that's all the new gear of the new update.
Well, there was not very much gear.
It
All
was
of it is pretty good.
all of it is better than last time when they released frickin' Mutiny song
Pow pow.
Pow
pow pow.
It's akin to
Didn't
Garbanzo
do any
beats.
damage because you're using Mutiny song.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. The next episode will be drumroll. Primal, probably. I haven't decided yet. Probably the new Primal though. Anyway, Colton's itching.
Jenks tier list 3, 2, 1.
Next time.
Next time on
DooChatDay. Anyway, I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good DooChatDay. Do you like that one? Yay.